Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Dark Shard's Views on Gemmy Master Animatronics, and today what I have to review for you and show for you is the Gemmy 2020 Michael Myers. Now, I'd like to say a huge thanks to Seasonsinflatables.com for sending me this item to review at a very, very good price, and I believe this is the first video of it that's actually someone has it hands-on. So, this item is really exciting and a disappointment at the same time. It's exciting because, well, it's a licensed Michael Myers. We haven't seen one from Gemmy since 2010, so it's been 10 years. Nice to know that they're making another one. However, I wish I could say it's in better circumstances. This is not a Gemmy item. Yes, the box says Gemmy Industries, but it's very deceiving. This is pretty much a reskin of the 2019, I believe, Party City Michael Myers, made by Morbid. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Morbid's under speculation of them going out of business, and I think Gemmy might have taken their exact molds and everything and said we can make it better. And let me tell you, it's not better. If anything, it's worse. This thing comes with bad paint straight from the factory, which I could show you later. The welds are awful. It does not have any Gemmy mechanisms like the Freddy or Pennywise. This is a complete SVI mechanism. The head isn't even a Gemmy head. It's literally a complete, entirely thin molded plastic. Well, it's not too thin, but it's just a molded plastic that's not painted at all. There's no paint on the head at all, except for the eyes, and even the eyeballs themselves are thin pieces of plastic hot glued onto the face. So when you look at it from a distance like this, it doesn't look that bad. And honestly, on camera, he doesn't look that bad right now. In person, if you saw him, it's way different. The hand that doesn't have the knife in it is very large, like extremely large. Honestly, my favorite part about this character is the knife, but the knife isn't removable, so that's also kind of a downfall. The jumpsuit isn't that great a quality. It's pretty bad. He looks really bad from the side. In front, he looks okay depending on what angle. And the wig is way too high up on the forehead. His forehead's humongous. And honestly, even the Rob Zombie, which you can see in the corner, his forehead's large. And the mask I put over my H2O, the forehead is large as well on that. But the difference is there's some type of detailing, there's some type of shading, some type of blending with the paint. This has no paint, nothing. It's just literally molded plastic, and it really sucks. The blood on him looks absolutely awful. I mean, I was never a big fan of the Rob Zombie's blood or the H2O's blood either, but the blood on him is way worse. It doesn't even look realistic by the slightest. He has one phrase, obviously, it's a song, but I can tell you one thing right now: that song was not used in any movie at all. Not used in any movie at all. It's like they. I really don't even know what to say about it. I had so many high expectations for this item, hoping that it was like the Freddy or like the Pennywise from last year. Like I said, it doesn't even have a Gemmy head, and honestly, it doesn't even have the Gemmy bottom plate that clips into the neck. It's this little plastic piece that hangs down, and you slide it into a metal pole. And it's a square, so you can't even turn it to give him some type of expression. So, it's okay. I mean, if you're gonna get him, I wouldn't recommend spending more than $200 on him, honestly. I wouldn't pay any more than that, and that's including the shipping price and everything. And honestly, even with that, I think that's too much. It's really a shame, but let me go in closer for you here, and I'll show you guys the bad paint I was talking about, and I'll show you guys the box. On the neck over here, now this isn't really paint, but you could see there's extra plastic here, extra plastic on the chin, the lip, these dots here, these dots on the nose, and I believe there's more on the chin. Yeah, right here on the chin. You can see what I mean about the eyes, how this one kind of pokes out a little bit more, faces this way, this one kind of droops. It's literally just hot glued on. I believe that the Morbid one didn't have eyeballs, so what I believe they did was, you could see the original black paint under there. I believe they just stuck those over, and then the knife rubbed off there on the top, And then if you come down to here, you can see the bad paint from the factory, which I mentioned earlier. So he's not that good. And really quick, I'll show you guys the box. Just bear with me while I do this on camera. So that's his box. That's really the only image on it throughout the whole box. It says Halloween 2, Michael Myers, life-size animated character. Arm raises and lowers knife, sound and motion activated. Disassembles for easy storage. Gemmy original, Halloween. I don't know why they spelled Halloween like that. That actually bothers me. But oh well. You can see the stock image over on the side. So, just a standard box for now. Definitely not like what we used to see at all by any means. But, it really is a shame. Gemmy is definitely a shell of what they used to be. But we'll get more into that later on in this video. But for right now, I'll be right back. I'm going to go plug him in and I'll show you what he does so you guys can be even more disappointed with this item. Okay, so I plugged him in. He hasn't gone off yet. So I'm going to try to do it with the lights like I normally do. See how that turns out for us. So, yeah, that's him. That's what he does. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the arm movement. I think that the arm movement is very fluent, and I prefer it actually over the Gemmy arm movement from last year, because last year's was very kind of rugged. It kind of just flew itself up and back down. But with the SVI mech, it's a little bit more, not quiet, it's louder, but it's a little bit more fluid-like and more lifelike, if that makes sense. And it's kind of weird for me to say, because usually the Gemmy mechanisms work a hell of a lot better. But in this case, it's kind of the opposite. But there's no other movement to him, no other animation. I was gonna literally get a new motor and everything, and wire head movement to the arm. But I didn't even realize that I can't do that. The only way I could possibly do it is if you were to buy another Freddy, or if you want to scrap out a Pennywise or something, cut that little nub off the end of his neck on this guy, glue a Gemmy plate to it, stick it into the Freddy and do a board swap, put the Michaels board into the Freddy or the Pennywise. It would have to be the Freddy because the side that the Pennywise's arm is on. And then after you do that, you still have to wire the head to the arm, and the arm won't be as powerful anymore. So whatever you want to do. Unless if you have the Freddy, you wire the arm to the fingers instead. You use that connection, and then you use the arm for the head. But I feel like the arm or the head would move way too rapidly, so you gotta figure it out. And I might honestly do it. I might get another one just to do it, just to experiment, see what I can do. But I'm not really too focused on that because I'm getting a lot of spirit props this year, hopefully. Getting a lot of tabletops I already started. I'm sure you guys can see in the, what is that, the right corner above Party Monster. That's something from Big Lots this year. So I have a lot of videos coming out for this year. I've already started getting into the fish. I'm sure you can see the millions of fish hanging on the wall. This is just one section. It wraps around the entire room almost. So yeah, and I have more coming. But this was the first video of this season for me for this year, just because I wanted to show you guys how this item is. And again, big thanks to Seasonsinflatables.com. Go check them out. Some of their prices are a little bit high, but let me tell you, they ship very, very quickly, and they're a really good company. They have great customer service and everything, so if you want to go check them out, that would be really appreciated, and that would help them out, help me out. And I'll definitely be getting more items to review for this whole season. I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, because you know, some people might like it. I don't know. Obviously, a hardcore Gemmy fan like me or anyone else on this channel would not like it. But for some of the newer people starting out, I honestly think it's a good prop. For the newer people who are starting collecting, don't have too much experience, this is good for them. The reason why I say that is because, one, it doesn't look the worst that it possibly could. I think that actually the skeleton couple this year at Lowe's is the worst it could possibly get with looks. But anyways, it's not the worst I've seen, and it disassembles really, really well. You can see the box that I showed you earlier. It's very compact. So for storage it works. For Halloween time it works if you're doing a party or something, rather than going out and spending ridiculous amounts of money on the H2O or the Rob Zombie. Get this one. Or if you're not a collector, you just want something for the holiday season, get this one. Don't waste your money on the Rob Zombie or the H2O if you don't have the money to spend on it. Or just completely avoid this prop and get something else. That would be my biggest recommendation to anybody right now. But yeah, Gemmy, like I said, is definitely a shell of what they used to be. I mean, we used to get props like Rob Zombie, the 07 Jason, even the 05 and 06 Freddy's, Dr. Shivers. I mean, even up until 2011, they were pretty good. Right after 2011 was a big downfall, and 2017 was a big step up from what they had. 2018, 2019, definitely, with the Pennywise and the Freddy, and even the Jason they were trying to release. They really did have somewhat of a comeback. And then now we have this year. I mean, Beetlejuice wasn't bad. He still had some Gemmy mechanisms and everything in him, so he wasn't too bad. But he was definitely the worst out of the three for that year. But there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing you guys can do is not purchase these products to show them that we're only interested in the better quality items. That's really the only thing you can do. You can try reaching out to them. I've tried. They don't respond. It's a shame. But it is what it is, and what it is this. So if you want to keep purchasing these items, then they're going to continue to make them like this. That's all I can say. They still do produce some good tabletop items. Like, I did get the new radio for this year that was sold at Big Lots, as well as the tapping skull. Those are pretty good. There's nothing really wrong with them. But as for the life sizes and the larger items, they're not that good. I can tell you one thing, though. The Grinch that's coming out looks pretty good. It looks like that might be a winner for this year. So that's really all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out Seasonsinflatables.com. And I'll see you all next time.